What? Oh, I just heard. You just came in. How you guys doing? Incredible. And I got you if I ever find myself with us.
Angel, you're cutting in and out, buddy.
On.
Also, one of the link has been shared.
Okay, testing.
The Ravens Flock presents The Black Files, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. Pop a squat, pop open a cold one with all of your friends. It is Wednesday night, only a couple of hairs past 10 p.m., and you have been granted access to the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. So, whether you're a friend or you're a fiend, boy, girl, or in between, you are tuned in to a brand new episode of The Black Files.
Excellent. And on the final day of the month of April, on Wednesday night, April 30th, we are wrapping up the month of bunnies, the month of Jesus, the month of 420, y'all. And
Jesus!
we're now entering the month of Star Wars and Cinco de Mayo. And I don't know what else is associated with the month of May. Well, oh, you know, the NSYNC meme. It's gonna be May.
No, that's just tomorrow. That's only.
That's where that's from?
That's what the meme is. It's the actual lyric is "It's gonna be me," but the way Justin Timberlake sings it back then is part of the way he sings and stuff. It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May.
Oh,
See,
that explains that.
Welcome everybody, one and all, to the Black
know
Files.
that?
I'm your host, Juan Arouse, one of the heads of the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team. I'm the guy who just now helped with Zayana and Dragonfang, helped culturally enrich our man Angel over here in one of the ancient memes. And I was also the guy who realized, hey, wait a minute, I don't need to have another extension cable for my USB stuff to work. I have one already taped to my screen. I'll just use that and save myself some brain space, because that would be silly and dumb. Don't do silly and dumb things. That would be too silly. And thankfully, I am not alone. Joining me tonight are our usual suspects, thankfully, one and all. Let's go ahead and first off, introduce the lovely ladies of the Ravens Flock, our own personal Starlight Rhodes, cosplayers extraordinaire. Give it up for Dragonfang and Zayana Rose cosplay!
Oh, yeah, I cannot believe the Angel has never, ever, ever heard of that. How dare? How dare? And you call yourself millennial?
In my defense, by that time I
Hey,
was listening to
guys.
like Deadly Sinners by AC/DC and such.
Really?
Now you have to suffer through watching the entire thing. Yep.
But why?
And now you have to do the dance. Nope. Everyone agrees?
I don't have a
Angel
problem
has
with
to learn
Angel
the dance.
dancing. I mean, I know
Okay.
he can't.
I'm staying out of this one.
Motion carried.
Once again, despite my best whims, I find myself forced through by the whims of crazy women with capricious desires.
At least they're not terribly, horribly cruel or unusual. They just want you to dance like a monkey.
Don't be silly, Juan. That is the unusual punishment.
Dance. Dance, magic dance.
Dance, magic, dance. Don't you mean dance, water, dance?
Dance, water, dance! 10 seconds! 10 fucking seconds!
And let's not forget the living into the Ravens Flock himself, the host of Los Amigos Play live every Saturday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern, a man with a million opinions and zero apologies. Give it up, folks, for Mr. Angel Mendez!
Hello, beloved friends and wonderful foes out there. It is me once more. Happy to see you here, happy to be here, and happy to have you here. It's been a long time, but as time passes, we will never stop passing ourselves. We will pass through you like fear in that Dune movie. We will pass through you like gas because the twins had taco meat 5 minutes ago. We will pass through you like a tax legislation. I'm happy to be here today.
Tax legislations take forever to pass.
Yeah,
bro.
That's what I meant.
No, but like earlier, the other things that you're saying are like things that pass through very swiftly and forcefully. Tax legislation takes forever. It's slow and plodding, and by the time it's done, you don't feel like you accomplished anything at all.
So in other words, Angel, we'll see you in like what, 50 years from now?
No, see, Juan will pass through you quickly. Joe will pass through you quickly as well because he's long. I will get stuck in your colon for several weeks, forcing you on a liquid diet of nothing more than fiber until the horrible day comes that you destroy your toilet. There is a metaphor in here somewhere.
Angel will pass. No. Angel will try to pass through, but he'll get stuck in a loading screen.
Oh, no.
Like
I am the
Sonic
Sonic 2006 of shit.
And let's not forget the man himself, the man who's apparently going to make Angel load like shit or something. I don't remember the last of what you were saying. The founder of the Ravens Flock, executive producer and content manager of our channel, host of Wrestle Rewind live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and host of our flagship show, The Ravens Flock, live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Give it up for Mr. Jose Casabona!
Thank you very much for that warm introduction. Happy to be here with all my friends, and happy to be here with all our listeners and watchers and lurkers and flock members watching at home. And I hope you guys are having an awesome Wednesday evening. How fortuitous that we'll be wrapping up the month of April, the month of the resurrection of our Lord and Savior, by talking about one of the biggest pieces of shits on this planet.
Well, they do say that the Lord forgives, but he only forgives those that seek forgiveness. And methinks this guy ain't thinking much forgiveness at all.
No. Before we get to the asshole, before we get to one of the biggest assholes to ever or graces the planet Earth, let me go ahead and take care of the housekeeping.
Yes, please.
Please do.
Much like all our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. So be sure to hit the subscribe and the follow button. Click the bell icon for all the notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. And for $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everybody know that you're here to help rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard, staying strong, making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way now is the fact that we have to work 9-to-5 jobs just to keep our lights on. However, there's a way that you can help rescue us from all this, and that's just what you've been doing this whole time, and you just don't realize it. The only difference is, now we're asking you guys to do it even more. Do it more. You guys, if you know me personally, if I start going with that particular pattern, and I start repeating myself, I will annoy the shit out of you, so please do it more. Please do it more. Please do it more. What you guys have been doing has been supporting us by liking our content over here, by commenting on our videos during both during the live stream and after the stream. That lets YouTube know that you like us and you want to be spread out, to be shared among the masses. Sharing our content to all your friends, family, and loved ones, and everyone that you know in your life who has a penchant for everything involving geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. And of course, subscribing to us and hitting the notification bell for all alerts. So make sure that everyone you know who has an affinity for what we've been doing, who you think would benefit from the information and entertainment that we so frivolously and freely dump into your data bandwidth, where 95% of the reason why the mobile data usage on your phone is going way out of control. You don't want to admit it. You don't want to blame us because you're kind of nice like that, but you also realize you should have probably gone for that one cheaper deal in your mobile data for your cell phone plan, where maybe you had unlimited data up to 30 gigabytes of usage within a billing cycle, and then they throttle it down for higher priority main carriers who may be using the data more intensely than you are. But that's not the important part. I'm not here to judge you on your cell phone bills. What I am here to do is to help you guys infotain yourselves with the rest of our wonderful content here at the Ravens Flock. And before you know it, thanks to you guys' effort, we'll have enough subscribers to sustain us here. We'll have enough inner flockers to sustain us here, and we won't have to labor away and slave away in jobs that really are only there because of the money. They don't give us the fulfillment that we're looking for, and that's what we're trying to do over here. With your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to all of us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Hey, up in the chat, I see D. Joseph Santos is toasting to us over here. Kyle Canada's in the chat. Spread it like a terrible shit is coming. Ow.
That's one way to show it.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to do it. That's not what we wanted you guys to do. We don't want y'all to be feeling the mud butts going on. That's horrible and
The
really.
swamp is coming.
Yeah, no, you don't want that. You don't want swamp butt. That is horrible. Take it from a guy who's been
nobody.
sorry.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Yeah, nobody wants swamp butts. Nobody wants to feel the muddiness under boom boom, under bum bum. Nobody wants the feeling of the cursed number 3. All right. Instead, replace that shitty feeling, replace that crappy feeling, and let's replace it with something a little more positive, something a little more fulfilling.
Joe, I know what you're trying to get at. I'm not done saying hi to the folks. We also have Christopher Justice and Nikki Bella. And by the way, thank you to Ulysses Fartknocker for becoming an inner flocker.
Why, thank you.
Yes, that's how you do it. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Zig. You're trying to make sure that we're not expelling. You want us to absorb. You want us to.
How we do it.
No. It's okay. It's okay, Juan. Your OCD was kicking in. So, anyways,
it's not OCD. It's people needing to be properly attributed and acknowledged here, man. It's how we show the fans that we care. Sheesh. What is with you?
It's how we show our love and dedication, or something.
Yes, actually, yes.
Yes, and another way we could show our love and dedication is, well, I lost the metaphor there. What I'm trying to say is, folks, this panel is proudly partnered with Glitch Energy. You can blame Juan for derailing me.
I didn't derail you nearly
so now
that
you
bad.
get the privilege of doing the rest of the plugging. Good luck, Juan.
No, I wasn't. That's you're damn right over here. I'm getting good luck with because just like all our other shows, here at the Black Files, we're proudly partnered up with our friends at Glitch Energy. Glitch Energy specially formulated smart energy blend keeps you running strong all day long, just like the Ravens flock, with 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 lag, and 0 crash. You don't believe me? It's right there on the label. Bleh, wrong way. Here, focus. This way. Focus. What is with you, lens? Focus, damn it. Why won't it focus? There we go. What the hell? See, 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 lag. We're the ones who say 0 carbs because I double-checked on this nutrition supplement fact, and there was no mention of carbs in it. So, it may not be on the label, but it's still accurate. And if you go to Glitch
Energy... You hear that, Angel? No carbs, Angel. Make sure you write it in your hand if you can't remember it in your head.
Wow.
I see. Thanks.
Oh, cardboard.
You still piss
That's how
me
he'll
off,
remember
though.
it.
And you guys also want to make sure that you have glitchenergy.com bookmarked because you never know when they'll drop a new flavor. Because whenever these guys go on a flavor announcement spree, you want to be there. For instance, for the majority of April here, we had the Hollywood Punch that was out, which is influenced by the streamer known as H2K, Hollywood 2K. Then we had the quest item, which is inspired by the video game Medieval Dynasty, and we have the Bunny Berry Oasis, which is a strawberry and grape flavored, which is influenced by the VTuber known as why am I blah blah blah? I'm looking right at. What is wrong with me? Why am I glitching? Oh shit! Jesus Christ! What is wrong with my head? Why am I haven't drank enough glitch today. I'm sorry. Maybe I ought to go ahead and top up with some more of the skill issue that I've got here. I probably should do that. It's inspired by the video game Ghosts of Tabor, and it's red, white, and blue popsicle flavored. So you guys know the popsicles. They're good humor rocket popsicles. The rocket pops. It tastes exactly like that. It's not just the flavor that keeps you coming. Is that right, guys?
That's right. It's the awesome deal that we get that we give to all of our fans, all our viewers. Because if you go to glitchenergy.com, use our promo code FLOFFUEL, you'll receive a 20% discount on your order. So don't delay. Go to glitchenergy.com, use our promo code, and get your glitch now.
You want to think this again? I'm so tongue-tied tonight. We want to once again thank Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens flock. What is with me? I have no clue. All right, let's rip that Band-Aid off, shall we? Let's just.
Yes, of course. Let us talk about one of the greatest YouTube influencers / worst human beings on the planet. Let's talk about once again Logan Paul. Now, Logan Paul.
Just when you think you cannot get
yes.
tired of this guy's bullshit, he comes right in to remind you why he's one of the most despicable human beings alive.
Yep.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, if by incredible you mean horrifying, then yes, you nailed it right in the head, Angel. And while he's doing gangbusters, being a superstar in WWE, going one enemy to another from LA Knight to AJ Styles to now wrestling to now possibly facing Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight title at Backlash,
which is bullshit. He doesn't deserve to be anywhere near any championship.
He doesn't deserve to be anywhere near the WWE title against Roman Reigns, but
he does not deserve to yeet.
What I'm trying to say is, folks, while he may jump from one enemy to another, his forever enemy is what we're talking about right now, and we're talking about Logan Paul's forever nemesis, forever enemy till the end of time, Coffeezilla.
Okay.
Now, his greatest nemesis, the one that rakes his every move. His name is Tim.
Now, before we get to the latest news, Juan, I think you need to do a lightning round to recap of what we already talked about here on this program.
Do I really have to? Oh, God, you're right. I
to catch everyone up.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Okay.
It is necessary.
Juan, lightning round, go.
All right, so a couple years back, Logan Paul decided to jump onto the crypto train, and he went in full bore with a video game project that he called CryptoZoo, which was an NFT trading card game where you would actually trade eggs of NFTs of eggs, and what would happen is you would hatch them, and you can crossbreed whatever animal is in there into this whole other millions of different combinations. You can trade them, you can raise them, you can sell them, you can hatch new ones. It's a wonderful thing. It's a way for kids to get into the crypto space, bruv. It's all about the blockchain, bruh. I mean, it's the future, bruh. It's like. In case you can't tell, we here at the Ravens Flock have a very dim view of cryptocurrency as a whole and blockchain technology as a whole. Yeah, no, we've been railing against that shit for forever now.
We're not fans per se.
No. We have differing views about cryptocurrency and crypto technology as a whole. They wish to exist, and we don't.
Yeah.
It's not all that much more complicated than that. Everything else is just sprinkles on top. The first thing that we did was when the phenomenon of NFT digital art started coming up, and we discussed that right before the plague, if I'm not mistaken. What was it, 2019?
Man, it's been a while.
I actually think I need to actually go into our thingy, into our
well, you don't have to go that far back. I think people get the gist of it.
Okay, so basically what happens is Logan Paul and his business partners raked in oodles of cash for people who were looking to buy into CryptoZoo and get a hold of their first NFTs, so that once CryptoZoo went live, they could start going in hard and bringing up the value of their NFTs and shit. It didn't go that well at all. As in, CryptoZoo did the one thing that we want all cryptocurrency to do. It
failed miserably.
No, it did not exist.
Well, yeah, that's the equivalent of it.
Even worse. No, that's kind of the point with these things. NFTs, cryptocurrency, technology, all that blockchain shit that people have been hyping up all over themselves and tripping all over themselves and throwing out oodles of spaghetti from their pockets in the vile and avaristic search for money and influence. All throw themselves on top of it. They throw whatever money they have in their pockets into this shit, and when the people running it feel like they have enough, usually they'll rug pull it out.
Yeah, pretty much.
So in the case of cryptocurrencies, when the cryptocurrency launches, it would be in really high value, and then after it hits a certain point, usually the first people who bought into it pull out right away, get millions of dollars in cash out of it, leaving everybody else, all the regular Joe Schmoes who emptied their life savings or who took out loans against their houses or a second mortgage or whatever in order for them to finance this shit, wiped out, fucking gone. Logan Paul did that to people, to his fans, to regular ass Joe Schmoes who just wanted to be a part of the hype that their favorite influencer Logan Paul was going to do for them, bro. And no, it just never materialized. Fast forward a year later, Coffeezilla, who is a very well-known and highly respected YouTuber who investigates financial frauds and scams, went ahead and jumped in on taking down details regarding CryptoZoo. And lo and behold, did he unveil a world of horseshit. Not only did CryptoZoo name names, he went ahead and exposed people who were involved in the initial rug pull of the NFTs for CryptoZoo. He got people who, he got testimonies from people who invested thousands of dollars into this shit and basically managed to get wiped out by Logan Paul. And anytime Coffeezilla went ahead to try to bring Logan Paul directly into account for the shit, he would try and dodge responsibility one way or another. To which Logan Paul decided,
as he is wont to do, because that's what Logan Paul does, dodge responsibility.
To which he decided to do the one thing that absolutely, beyond the shadow of a doubt, absolves you, nay, vindicates, no, baptizes and therefore purges you of all possible slander, sin, and such sufferable words. I was about to try to alliterate more, but I can't. I was right there. I was right there. Yeah.
It's okay, Juan. An effort was made.
Thank you. I tried. And Logan Paul decided to respond to Coffeezilla's expose, not by stepping forward and taking accountability, not by offering any real form of restitution to the people that he swindled, but participating in one of the greatest American pastimes for the rich and entitled, throwing a frivolous lawsuit for defamation on Coffeezilla.
Of course.
Because of course. Because of fucking course. Now,
Because of course he did.
He did.
Now, the thing that the best way to describe this is actually we got an article that came up today. Yesterday, my mistake, from Dexerto, along with other YouTubers who've spoken up about this. By the way, Mr. Quake Up, welcome to the Black Files. We appreciate you. And Ulysses Fartknocker was saying, I figured I might as well join. One of my channels I joined came to an end tonight. I'm sorry to hear that, Ulysses. Well, thank you very much for switching over to us on that. We appreciate it.
Thank you kindly for joining us today.
Kyle is saying it's the crypto version of the Diablo 3 auction house.
Oh, God, don't remind me of the fucking Diablo 3 auction. Jesus, dude. Okay, small amount of context for those of you who don't know, so I can give you some education here. Diablo is the quintessential hack and slash with lots of loot. Lots of loot. Enemies drop more of like armor and weapons, and they drop blood and guts. So pretty much one of the big parts of having fun with Diablo is just killing hordes of enemies to get the fancy, shiny loot. The dumbasses at Blizzard, when they released Diablo 3, genuinely tried to create an auction house where you could buy loot with real-life money.
Oh, no. What?
You can guess what the reception was for that.
Pretty gross.
Yeah, let's just say they took it down less than a month later, but the damage had been made.
Oh, no. Wow.
Unbe-fucking-lievable.
I mean, it's Blizzard. Mind you, this was a little bit, this was long before the scandals, but this was one of the first signs that Blizzard was beginning to lose its touch.
That's good.
Wow.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, something was not right on that one.
Yeah, there was something rotten in Denmark. So, yeah, no, I totally understand that. And, yeah, That fucking tracks. So I'm gonna go ahead and I will refer you fine folks at home. If you wish to read this article on your own time, on your own dime, here is the Dexerto article. And I will be sharing it with my team here, with the flockers at home. Angel, what happened with your profile photo, by the way?
Did it change?
No, it's not there at all.
Non-existent.
It's just your name.
I feel like
Maybe
you
there's
don't
a-
exist anymore.
Maybe I just logged in wrong to oh Jesus. Hello?
Yeah.
We hear you. We hear you.
Sorry, my entire OS just crashed for a second. Give me a minute.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me
What'd you
task
do?
manager. Nothing.
Broke it.
Let me task manager this thing real quick.
Didn't break
Okay.
anything.
Let's shut that down. Wow, I really am not there. Give me 1 second.
Weird. All right. So I'll go ahead and I'll switch over to the article while Angel hops over and hops back. So headline on it reads, Logan Paul's text messages reveal he wants to sabotage Coffeezilla in NFT lawsuit. He's going into cartoonish supervillainy mode here. Now, this Dexerto article is published yesterday, April 29th, written out by Virginia Glaze. I'm going to try not to make jokes about her name. I will try. I cannot promise.
Okay, how about now? No, I'm still not there. What the fuck?
Still no photo. What the hell?
We hear you.
Shenanigans.
All right.
At least we hear you.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that you can. So let's just continue while I get that fixed up.
Yeah, sure thing, man. All right, so here we go. Court documents containing text messages from Logan Paul show that the YouTube star wanted to make fellow influencer Coffeezilla pay for making videos criticizing his CryptoZoo NFT project. Now, in August 2021. Yeah, oh my God, it was so long ago.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. I've been feeling the acceleration of the loss of time as of late, but god damn it, this is too much for me, man.
It slips through our fingers, not unlike Lesand.
All right, so let's see. In August 2021, Paul launched an NFT project called CryptoZoo, where players could grow and trade their own NFT animals, not dissimilar to pre-existing games like Pokemon, for example. However, CryptoZoo soon came under scrutiny and ultimately never even launched. Investors later came forward with accusations that Paul had, quote, scammed them, catching the attention of cryptocurrency investigator Coffeezilla. Coffee published a viral video series breaking down the ins and outs of Paul's crypto project, sparking a heated feud between the two content creators that has continued to this day. In response to Coffee's continued criticism of his crypto coin controversy, oh my god, that's fucking alliteration gold.
Okay, now I'm back properly.
There you go. Jesus!
Sorry about that.
Spin?
Please continue.
Yeah. Let's see. Logan filed a lawsuit against him for alleged defamation in summer 2024.
How dare you call me out on all these crimes that I am clearly committing right now? Wait, shit.
Yeah, exactly. And new developments in the suit have shed more light on their legal battle. Let's see, in spring 2025, text messages between Logan Paul and an unnamed friend were included in Coffeezilla's motion of transfer and stay filed April 15th. So this was only 2 weeks ago where this was fucking filed, showing that the WWE heel wanted to punish Coffeezilla for daring to make critical videos about CryptoZoo. Y'all don't believe on this shit? I'm going to show y'all in a minute. The motion alleges that Paul was using his defamation suit to, quote, punish Coffeezilla, whom Paul perceives as his online nemesis, and make him a cautionary tale to other
My
critics.
name is Syndrome! Your nemesis!
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, he is his greatest fan. Oh my god. Coffeezilla is living rent-free in Logan Paul's mind.
Not even paying rent. Living free every day.
I'm saying the messages
This is
about
so pathetic.
It's fucking gross. Saying the messages about his lawsuit, quote, explicitly confirmed this supposed motive. Lawyering up, Paul wrote in the text, suing this motherfucker into the ground. Paul's friend, however, advised caution. Quote, then everything will come out, court docs public. So everyone will see what happened, for better for worse, Paul retorted. I see the momentum building because the throne is being shook right now. Need to shut it down, just to make his life difficult. Zilla will pay one way or another. Now, If you don't believe this shit, we've got screenshots, and I can point out exactly this shit in the court documents. And I'll give you fine folks at home the links to the court documents so you can keep the PDF for yourself, just if you want a little piece of memorabilia of what kind of a shitbag this man is.
Hey, don't quote me on this, but those don't sound like the blogs of somebody who's trying to prove their innocence. That sounds like somebody who's trying to bury any accusation of guilt. And I'm just saying, an innocent person would not be this worried.
No, he would not. Not by a mile, not by a long shot. So I'm going to go ahead and show everyone at home. I went ahead and I put the link on from courtlistener.com of the same court document that they showed the screenshots of in the Dexerto article. I'll go back to the article in a few moments over here. So this was filed
go for it.
April 15th, 2025, document number 82, in case in the civil action number 5:24-CV00717 of Logan Paul versus Logan Paul v. Stephen Fendazine and Coffee Break Productions LLC. That would be Coffeezilla himself and the LLC under which he operates his YouTube channel. Defendant's motion to transfer and stay proceedings. So this is basically like, hey, Your Honor, I got some shit here that requires your attention, and I believe should be enough grounds for you guys to take this entire proceedings and stop it right fucking now.
By the way, this is supposed to be the legal procedure, because when it comes to judgments and such, you gotta be careful not just what evidence you present, but how you present it. You know, like, you know how they dismiss evidence that is obtained under, like, unlawful means or something like that?
Which is why superhero vigilantism, as romantic and awesome as it would be, literally
wouldn't work out very well in real life, sadly. Yeah, it's basically like that. It's the idea of, hey, I'm bringing this evidence and I'm putting this motion forward to prove that this evidence is correct and that I obtained it legally and that I'm going to fuck this man's entire day up and it's going to be really funny. You got to emphasize that it's going to be really funny.
Unfortunately, yes. Now, here's the fucking stuff. It's on page 9 of this document. I went ahead and now you can see for the record, there is quite a bit redacted off of the first bit of this case. No,
it was so disgusting, Your Honor, we had to censor most of it.
Like, seriously, Zayana Dragonfang, did Jose, did any of you guys get a chance to look at the document itself?
I haven't had a chance to look at the document, but I saw the video of Mudahar pretty much explaining the situation.
I also saw the Mudahar video because I didn't have a chance to read it at work, sorry.
No, you're all right. And yes, everyone's favorite tech support and video gaming and technology news guy, Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers, he broke this a couple days ago as well, so go figure.
Finally, one Indian I can trust.
You've always said you could trust Mudahar.
I know. He's the only one.
Wow, what the hell, man? Let's see here. Like, seriously, they start in with the background on it. CryptoZoo, in connection with CryptoZoo and Paul's other cryptocurrency scams, related to CryptoZoo and any virtual currency transaction. What the fuck, man? Look at this shit. And emphasis added around the same time. Emphasis added a few weeks after the
Incredible.
Related to cryptocurrency Paul previously promoted called Dink Doink. Yeah, he had another thing before this called
You
Dink
know,
Doink.
maybe I could take this crap more seriously if they actually found a name for their coin that didn't sound like something a 5-year-old made.
I wish.
Dink.
Like, just listen, if you call your coin like the Megatron 3000 Destroyer, I'd be like, that's cool, but that doesn't sound like something I want to buy unless I was like 14.
Right. It sounds like something that literal children would be bugging their parents for.
Exactly.
While going down the toy aisle at your local CVS pharmacy or whatever.
Exactly. Especially the CVS pharmacy.
Yep. Fuck. Let's see. The Holland lawsuit. Around the same time, Don Holland, on behalf of himself and others similarly.
Tom Holland, famous actor of Spider-Man.
Wrong. That's Tom Holland. This is Don Holland. See?
Oh, because he's done with this shit.
Less cool.
Unreal.
It's called Done Holland because it's gonna be done with you. You're gonna be done living. Ba-dum-tish.
So let's see here. This workaround served. Let's see here. All communication with the plaintiff in the action of Don Holland v. CryptoZoo Inc. et al., as well as all communications with any attorney for the plaintiff, including but not limited to Jared Elsie, Lane Montgomery, Alexander Kaika, and Tom Kirker. Kirker. That's his name.
Interesting names.
Kerkher.
Very
Kirker.
interesting names.
What the? Anyway, getting distracted. The workaround served other goals. For example, Paul was able to obtain Coffeezilla's communication with the government. Paul is also using this lawsuit to punish Coffeezilla, whom Paul perceives as his online nemesis. Oh my fucking god! They actually have that in the actual court document.
There's you can't see it there because they censored the page, but there's just like a very detailed drawing of them fighting each other on top of the Temini Gru Tower in the rain.
Jesus, man.
So, yeah, no. Logan fucking wishes. Jesus Christ. Paul's own messages with friends and associates explicitly confirm this motive. I'm going to zoom in so folks can see this more clearly. Here we go. Lawyering up, suing this MFKER motherfucker into the ground. Then everything will come out. Court docs are public, so everyone will see what happened for better or for worse. To let others know, it underscore you 2019's not worth coming at you. What the hell is this? No, it. What's you 2019?
Sounds like a strange way of saying that this is not worth pursuing.
Oh Jesus! Okay, no, it's it was because this was coded all up from like syntax from the transmissions of the text messages. This /U2019 is the character for colon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's literally
strange syntax, but okay.
No. That's just computer coding and stuff when it comes to transmitting text messages. Don't worry about it. It's not that deep, bro.
Hack source.
Yeah, not worth coming at you. There's a price to pay. And Paul, that's the idea. I see the momentum building because the throne's being shook right now. Need to shut it down. Public humiliation is always more effective. His friend says. To which Paul says, "Totally agree." And Paul admitted he's suing Coffeezilla, quote, just to make his life difficult. Seriously, just to make his life difficult, right there. Paul also admits he wants to make sure Coffeezilla pays for his reporting about Paul. Zilla will pay one way or another. I'll make sure of it. Yeah, see, 20 again with that comma. I'll make sure of it.
You don't understand. We're not here for justice. We're here for vengeance. Revengeance, even.
No, it gets even more fucked up. Dig this.
Of course it does.
No, dig this. When Paul's friends tried to talk him off the ledge, stating, "Bro, you're a billionaire," implying Paul does not need to spend his time trying to punish Coffeezilla, Paul responded that he's a, quote, a petty billionaire. Example, H. Paul also acknowledges Coffeezilla would have a difficult time paying any alleged damage. Beep. Wow. Example,
all right, Juan, I think you ran that joke to the ground.
No, like, yeah, the redacted shit is it. Come on, sue me.
Yeah, like Logan Paul's career in the WWE.
Fucking. Paul admitted he just wants to make Coffeezilla suffer along with anyone else who feels wronged him. Literally here in the text message, I want people who wronged me to suffer while I continue to getting wins on their grave. Example J3, Paul filed his defamation suit on June 27, 2024, alleging Coffeezilla defamed him in 3 separate statements. The first statement was published on Coffeezilla's X account. It's Twitter, guys.
It's called Twitter. It's called
Twitter. I don't care if it's a legal document. It's Twitter, damn it.
You understand how bad this is? That you are basically like. I need you to understand this. Elon Musk has an ego made of glass. And not even he does shit like this. Think about that for a second.
That we know of.
That we know, but as far as we know, let me put it this way. If Elon Musk tried to sue somebody for defamation, it would be very fucking well known. He would make a spectacle out of it. Not even he thinks this far. And I can't believe you're getting me to defend that dumbass, but think about that for a second.
No, we're not defending his ass. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, but you are making this piece of shit look good by comparison. Think how bad that is.
Shit, you're right. No.
Like, my dude, Like, I'm telling you, that pile of horse manure stinks. But this one over here, this one is actually killing the farm animals. It's
Oh my
busted.
God. It's busted up. Let me see here. Oh my God. Thank you for this shit. Like the first defamation, and he's referring back to this tweet from June 29th, 2023, where Coffeezilla said, Logan Paul really is the type of dude to thank you when you expose his scam, then block you when you remind him to pay up. Because
I promise I will do better. And then he runs away and slams the door behind him and just hammers a bunch of nails like that scene from The Mask. You know the one.
He doesn't even put the boards up on there. He just nails.
No, it's just nails. He forgot the boards.
Also, how's it going there, Lisa Boo? Welcome to the Black Files. What a
Hello.
name, Dink Doink. Jesus. Yeah, no kidding. It's so infantile. And I get it. This guy, he's literally a billionaire. He's literally can do whatever he wants. If he wants to name a crypto coin Dink Doink, he's allowed to do that. But that doesn't mean that it's a good idea. Especially considering the dumb shit that he actually wanted to do with that crypto project. Because with that one, he wanted to try to turn it into an animation studio or something. And it was dumb. It didn't go anywhere. It went into his pockets, but it didn't go anywhere else after that. And to remind folks exactly of what the statement Coffeezilla is referring to, it's from when Coffeezilla had initially called Logan Paul out. And Logan had actually announced that he was working on a program to refund and reimburse people of whatever money they spent on CryptoZoo. The problem with it was the settlement program that he set up in order to refund and reimburse people came with a caveat. It came with a little, oh, by the way, P.S. By accepting this payment, I waive my right to sue Logan Paul for anything else.
Yeah, so basically he gives you the money back, but that's all he gives you. You don't get to get it back for basically cheating you and all the damages you may have incurred in the meantime. He basically, he tries to do the guilt-free return. As in, yeah, you get your, it's like the store give you a defective product and you broke your arm, we'll refund you for the product. But in exchange, you can't sue us for the medical damage.
Bitch, I'm gonna sue you for whatever damage I got from this. If I got a freaking, if I got a crappy ladder from your store, from your Joe Schmo, like discount Home Depot shit, it may be Joe Schmo and discounted, but I expect a certain level of quality in your work, or at least in the merchandise that you sell me. So no, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to get reparations because I broke my fucking arm after your ladder collapsed out under me, and I fell.
Now, sir, I do know, in fact, that you broke your arm after the ladder collapsed under you. I can see the bone sticking out through the skin. It's quite a ghastly sight. But have you considered that we're sorry?
We're sorry.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. We're sorry.
You see, the problem is the man bear pig invaded our warehouse and damaged our stairs. And we couldn't tell you because that wasn't covered by your insurance. The part that we tell you anything, that is.
Serious.
Eat a dick and die.
Yes, fuck you.
It took so many folks to actually even get that much out of Logan Paul. It took all the noise that Coffeezilla made for people to have enough enough of a platform to even get that, and Logan's not even wanting to do that much. Because
that's the funniest part about it. It's very clearly that this is a cowardly move, because even his friends told him, dude, you're a billionaire. You don't have to do this. And he's like, no, I want to do it because he hurt my fifis.
Yeah, it's all about pride. So
you
damn
dare
stupid.
to wound the ego of the great Logan Paul? Perish.
Oh my god.
Honestly, this is like middle school, high school era.
High school
amount of pettiness.
never ends.
He never got out of there, did he? He
Petty
never
bitch.
got out of that shit.
Such a petty bitch.
No, he got out of high school and then he was catapulted by an avalanche of money back into high school. He can't leave. The door is blocked by money.
That would be so terrible.
Yes, please. Actually, I would pay money to see Logan Paul getting catapulted.
Oh, you
What a
mean like in the
Faustian
Simpsons?
bargain. You get a huge amount of money, but in exchange, you never get to emotionally mature.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you're right. Oh my god. Is that what we have to fucking do? Is that what we
Yes.
have to fucking
Yep.
do in order to get ahead?
Only by becoming man-children can we become rich. Also, we must be willing to step on everybody on the way there. And to throw under the bus anybody that may have been loyal to us. In fact, there is no
that's
loyalty.
Yeah, fuck your humanity. You want money? Do this stuff.
You know the idea that there is no honor among thieves?
Right?
There is no honor among streamers.
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously. You just reminded me of another fucking thing that came up over here. Just like the most depressing form of pandering that I'd seen in a long time. What's her face? Amaranth was doing a Q&A thingy and on someone's stream. I don't remember who. It wasn't Dexerto, it was some other thing. I think it was Nerdist or IGN. I don't fucking remember. I'll look for it while I go on about it. It's basically this little like Q&A thing, and someone sent her a question saying something along the lines of, if you're on a if you're on a deserted island, who do you want to be deserted with in order to try to rescue yourself or try to get out? And she goes in and says the dumbest fucking things. She says she picks Rock the Dwayne Johnson, both Andrew and Tristan Tate, and for some reason Donald Trump. Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
Her reasoning.
What?
Yeah, her reasoning for. Okay, here's the actual thing. Okay, I misunderstood. It was okay. Okay, so number one, it was Dexerto, and number two, it was who do you want in your zombie apocalypse team? And I'll even fucking play it here for folks and for y'all to see.
What?
Yeah, it's like the most cringy, try hard fucking way to pander.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to wrap my head around the last choice because that makes no sense.
Oh no,
the Orange Man is like
Money.
78 years old.
Money. That's why money.
Oh, no,
But you're
she's
the
about to
zombie
explain.
apocalypse. Money ain't gonna help you there. Oh, god damn it.
Check this out.
Money means that you could have built a huge
Here you go,
defensive
I
place.
think probably The Rock. I feel like he has hopefully had actual training, not just fake movie stunt training. Hopefully, Andrew Tate. I feel like nothing's gonna want to f with him. He seems to be, above the law even. So we can just combine him with Tristan. I feel like they're like one person. Who else will be the third one? Oh, Trump. He dodges bullets. It's a good one to have.
Oh my god.
Not that you know of.
3 people you'd want.
Of all the reasoning, you picked that one?
Was she high? I think she was high.
She sounded
No,
high.
no. Listen, if you want behavior from one who is herbally infused, look no further than yours truly. I'm a little bit floaty at the moment, but that's only because I'm trying to work up the willpower to deal with this vomit-inducing son of a bitch.
That is the dumbest thing I heard today, and I heard some dumb shit today.
This is like the dumbest fucking pandering I have ever fucking heard. It's literally
know, right?
trying to pander to right-wing idiot boys who she wants to buy.
Personally, I would have picked
What?
Keanu Reeves.
No,
Are they-
See,
shoelooker?
personally, I would have picked Keanu Reeves because he actually knows how to fight.
he does.
True.
And
Yeah.
then I would have picked, what was his name? Then I would have picked James Marston because surprisingly
Yes,
he
we
also
hear-
knows how to fight.
We hear you, Zion.
And finally, I would have picked Drew Carey because he was funny.
Drew Carey?
Yeah,
Don't you
you always
mean
need.
Jim Carrey?
No, I mean Drew Carey from the Drew Carey Show. And whose line is it, anyways?
Oh,
Oh, okay
Okay.
then.
Jim Carrey would be funny, but he would be too crazy. He will become a hindrance. He will be that guy that you just should not give a gun to. He will start talking to himself.
maybe. That remains to be seen. Even though Jim Carrey, he does know how to be super serious when the occasion calls for it. Case in point, there's the film The Number 23. There is his performance in The Truman Show. Let me see here. Yeah, there are the more somber moments in movies like Bruce Almighty. When he gets the point across, he gets the point. after
Well,
he
true, but I
split
was
his-
also making a joke about the joke kind of died because you guys didn't get the reference. But okay, never mind.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that we killed a joke. Fuck. Because
No, it's okay.
Thinking that we're talking about Jim
The
Carrey.
punchline was too obscure, and Jim Carrey overtook the punchline.
Truthfully, Angel, like I don't even know why we're worried about this. Whose line is it anyway? Come on, man.
Yeah, you're right. This whole thing is made up, and the points don't matter.
Yeah, true. Let me fucking see. Ulysses Fart Knocker. Hell, I might as well start the fart coin. Have everyone passing fart around like a night after Taco Bell.
I mean, some people get off to that shit. I'm not gonna judge. I'm judging you immensely, but you do you. What the hell's wrong with you? I understand. I don't understand this. Some people have some complications, and they deserve to be fucking put in a house for it. It takes all kinds to go around, and maybe we should make the world stop.
Oh my fucking god! Like,
I don't judge at all. Every day of every hour.
I hate to
Every day I'm a judging.
I don't. You know what? I hate to disappoint you there.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Ulysses Fart Knocker. You've been beat to the punch.
God fuck. Oh.
There already is a fart coin. And
What?
Why are we here?
What?
Why are we here? Are we
there's
here
already
just
a
to
fart
suffer?
coin, buddy. It's
Are we
Please
here
say that you're
just to
joking.
suffer?
would I be
What
kidding?
the
I'm
fuck?
loading
How much
it
is it
right
worth?
now on CoinMarketCap. This is fucking hysterical.
Look at the stock market. How much is it worth?
Each fart coin is worth $1.23.
That is 123 more than it should be. Kill everybody involved in this project
Oh
now.
my
No, don't
God.
kill people.
Oh my
Call the
Lord.
president. Mr. Trump, I need you to send the CIA after somebody now.
Jesus!
Mr. Trump, I don't even like you
Jesus
as a
can't
person,
save us
but
now.
I need you to do me this
No,
one
we're
favor
on
as a citizen of the
Tuesday.
United States. Just, I need you to hunt down some people for me.
You want to know what's even more disgusting? You want to know the
What?
market cap on Farcoin here?
How much is it?
$1.23 billion. Angel, fucking drink something. You're gonna laugh yourself to
Angel,
death.
are you live now? I don't think Angel's alive. Let's be real.
Okay, you can
Angel, yeah.
Money is a lie and the numbers don't exist.
Oh my god.
Angel fucking
Fuck this! We gotta go back to trading bones and meat! Because clearly, we took a wrong turn in fucking Albuquerque and something has gone terribly wrong here.
unbelievable. Like,
I
Angel,
don't give a shit what happens to the stock market. It's all make-believe numbers. I hope it tanks. I hope every single person involved in it go broke and miserable forever. I don't care anymore. Burn it all down. Where's my Molotov?
Damn, Angel, the fuck?
Wow,
Lord in
Angel.
Christ, we live in a society where people decided that the sheer power of farts is the equivalent of $1.23 million. I don't care if it's imaginary money. People put value on that, and those people don't deserve to exist anymore. I am now exclusively racist towards a very specific niche of human being.
people who crap on crypto, who jump into cryptocurrency.
All stockbrokers are bastards. That's my motto now.
ASAP.
The cops can stay if they shoot the stockbrokers.
I would imagine that you would have. I would imagine that you would keep an ACAB. All crypto bros are bastards.
Yeah, but crypto also involves stocks, and stocks eventually turn into that. So ACAP
Actually,
is
no.
now ASAP.
Actually, cryptocurrency has nothing to do with stock markets. They're just traded the same way that the stock market is traded. There's no.
So it's
actual-
a worse version of it then.
Yeah, they're a dumber version.
I see. So yeah, all cryptos are bastards.
See, there you go. We can both ACAB. Yay.
It's so cooked. Okay, keep going. We gotta get this. We gotta get the train moving. along
Ulysses
before
is
I
like, oh
have a
Christ, I'm gonna
coronary.
shut up. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. I think
I
Angel's
don't
about
want to
have
live on this planet anymore.
I'm honestly surprised you haven't gone the other way, Angel, with like, I don't want this planet to live anymore.
Well, unfortunately, I have no power. Have you ever gone mad without power? It's boring. Nobody listens to you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, very boring. Yeah.
Kills the vibe, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But anyway, please keep going. I want to see how this shenanigans is developing.
Now, there's one thing that gives Logan Paul the edge on this, and that is simply the fact that we do not have any federal anti-slap lawsuit legislation. Now, what you're probably thinking, what the hell is Juan saying over here? What the hell are we talking about? What is anti-slap? Slap lawsuits are that stands for strategic lawsuits against public participation. So it's slap with 2 P's. It's basically there's basically lawsuits that are designed to keep people from criticizing large corporations or like wealthy motherfuckers who have a vested interest in having public confidence in them. Case in point, celebrities with too much time on their hands and not enough common sense, like Logan fucking Paul.
Basically, we are so powerful with all this money, we can make a law making sure that you can't hurt our feelings. Exactly. I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to go home and nobody gets to play anymore.
Now, now there are separate individual states that do have anti-slap laws. So case in point, there are as a total of 35 states, including the District of Columbia, that have anti-slap laws. And these laws, these states are United States, Canada, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, DC, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, New York, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, and Washington. To think that they're only 15 states away from having nationwide, state-level anti-slap lawsuits, usually, if there was any sort of, like, legislation going around, if more than 2/3 of the states have already adopted this shit, then having it on the federal level cements it and puts it up for everybody. So, why the fuck don't we have that already?
Because there's enough people throwing money around that they can keep lobbying against it for a while now. The fact that it got this far means that it is inevitably, but you know how the powerful and the rich are, baby. They're going to fight for every goddamn inch they can get. And they will go down kicking and screaming like the overgrown toddlers they are because, well, when you have that much power and privilege at your fingertips, anything that gets in the way of you making more money, that is unforgivable. So yeah, it's mostly just lobbying against it and trying to get as many people as possible on their side, usually by making them afraid of people, taking them to task for their shitty products.
Like, you've seen motherfuckers like giant, wealthy, fucking corporations and politicians use this shit. And this isn't even like an anti-Trump thing at this one, but Donald Trump, before he went into politics, sent a lawsuit.
No. His business did that.
What's up?
Yeah, no, back when he was doing business, he did that previously, you're right.
Yeah, he did that shit to everybody. He did that to Bill Maher when he was doing on his show Real Time with Bill Maher, when he did a skit, a bit saying that, oh, Donald Trump may be the son of an orangutan because of his hair, and Donald Trump fucking like actually threw like $1 billion fucking lawsuit over it.
Oh, so it's like that director guy who gets pissy when everybody makes fun of his shitty-ass over-dramatic movies about blaxploitation.
Wow.
Wait, you mean
the one from the Boondocks, remember?
Oh, yeah. I
know what you're talking about.
Broken by her disbelief, the wife tries to properly speak to her husband in hopes that he will forgive her and take back Jesus. I'm bold and black, so I hate you and I hate Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, there we go, the Tyler Perry gag.
Yeah, Tyler Perry is notorious for being, let's just say that dude does not have a sense of humor when it comes to the movie, when people making fun of their movies, which are, let's just say they are cliched, and leave it at that. I don't want this channel to get shut down because they caught whiff of me making fun of their shitty filmmaking.
It's hilarious over here because
I promise I will always be light-skinned for you, baby.
Yeah, and there goes the freaking Medea caricature fucking dancing.
What do you mean caricature? That character shows up in every single one of their fucking films.
Oh my god, you're right.
Speaking of which, when you get the chance to, please do watch Tar with Cate Blanchett. It's a fantastic film.
Really?
Yeah, it's very dramatic, very much, I wouldn't call it a tragic hero story, but it's very tragic in its own way. It's a history about how the obsession for control can take away everything that you love. One of those cases of the more power you think you have, the easier it is to lose it. It's a very gripping, dramatic, psychological, story.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that one up. And if you don't know what Angel was quoting over here, here's a way to culturally enrich yourself, guys. Just type in Boondocks Tyler Perry, and you'll see exactly the gags that were included in what he was talking about.
It's so good because it's so accurate. It's not a parody; it's a reflection at this point.
Like that's like it's not a joke anymore. That's just what's happening.
The guys are starting to think the parody may not be a parody after all. Oh,
no, seriously, it's becoming a problem. So like, what I think, like, and this isn't just for like this rich asshole. It's really more a matter of getting folks to be able to just publicly participate in like public speech or whatever. Like, if you've got somebody who's doing a protest on like a pipeline cutting through a fucking what's it called, like a national park or some shit, you're allowed to protest that shit. You're not harming any fucking buddy as long as you're not damaging anyone. If you're just speaking out, if you're trying to take legal action if you're trying to take legal action in order to try to get it adjusted or removed altogether, then you're allowed to do that. But if it's run by a gigantic corporation like fucking Exxon Mobil or fucking like, I don't know, BP or whatever, like just like these giant corporations, if you go across them, then they will tear you within an inch of your life. Yeah, and another reason to hate the corpos, Angel. Literally,
of course.
They gum up the courts.
You know, maybe that Johnny Silverhand guy with a nuke had an idea or two.
Yeah, maybe. But unfortunately, we'll never know. He's only a part of our brain now. He doesn't have a body of his own anymore that we know of. Let me see here. Like, whenever you hear me and Jose go on Wrestle Rewind, and even with Angel, whenever we have like our watch parties and shit, or just in general, whenever you hear us like talking pro wrestling shit and Logan Paul comes up into the conversation, I want this made 100% clear. We're not crapping on Logan Paul, the wrestling character. No. We're crapping on Logan Paul, the human fucking being who does this shit. We're crapping on Logan Paul, the human fucking being who single-handedly overinflated and then exploded the trading market for Pokemon cards.
Yeah, that son of a bitch.
I remember that. Yep.
Mind you, he wasn't the only one do it, but he basically repopularized it, and now we get streamers buying like 20,000 packs. Like, in fact, just recently on Twitter, there was some streamer guy who does esports shit, straight up bragging that he emptied a whole store of card packs just so he could get that special Umbreon, and every single comment is basically going, bro, you're a piece of shit.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. He even took a picture of himself, like all the packs he bought. There were like dozens of them. He wasted 20... I forgot, I didn't save it. But the dude spent like $20,000 on that.
Okay, that's ridiculous. What?
That is what it does to you. And yeah, no, Logan Paul basically going on stream and wasting all that money just to get that rare Charizard for a game that he doesn't play, from a franchise that he definitely doesn't give a shit about. Yeah, that was like the floodgate for people to try to start doing the same, even more than they were before.
Unfucking believable. Okay, now this is... Now, I'm actually looking at shit over here. I'm even double checking on fucking, I'm even double checking on the fucking Twitter machines, because like you said, you found this guy on Twitter. There's at least some motherfuckers who are doing it a little bit more ethically. Let me show the folks at home here, and let me...
Not sure if there's anything you can call ethical about the idea of scalping someone.
I suppose your mileage may vary, I guess.
I mean, the only ethic part is that they are buying the product, but the purpose of... It's a moral thing, okay? They may be technically correct, but that doesn't mean that they're right.
Right. Well, I'll let you guys be the judge of that in this case. Like, for instance, over here on Active Creation on Twitter. These two are traveling the world, spending $20,000 on Pokemon cards to give to their followers. Like, okay, I guess...
At least, okay, that is a distribution. That's a giveaway. That counts because he's not hoarding that shit or just buying it specifically so he can keep it all to themselves. That's distribution. That's
this vendor.
So, you agree then?
Only because of the giveaway. That counts. That's the caveat.
So as long as it's given away freely to their followers, freely out to the proletariat, only then would we be okay with us seizing the means of production in terms of Pokemon
No.
cards?
More along the lines of conquest. Stand ready for my Pokemon cards, worm.
Oh my lord.
Had no
Basically, what I'm
idea
saying here
what
is
he
the only
traded
reason
away.
this may pass in some cases is because ultimately he's buying that specifically to give it away to somebody, not to increase his value so they can hoard it. They're not trying to turn it into a physical NFT, for lack of a better term.
Right, good point. All right, well...
Yeah, man, you're still kind of shitty that you're buying all those packs and leaving nobody with a chance to buy them, mind you, but there's a caveat going that you're not as much of a shitbag as you could be.
That's true. That's
An
very
insane deal on an extremely rare card.
true.
Watch till the end and it could be yours.
We're traveling around the world collecting 20K worth of Pokemon cards. And by the end of it, all of these cards will end up in our followers' hands.
We flew to North Carolina to go to our first card show. Immediately, we started looking for our chase card. After striking out the whole day, we finally found it. We negotiated with the seller for a while and finally obtained the PSA 10 Bubble Mew. We traded 2 cards for this Mew. Guess them both right and you'll get picked for an order with a shot at getting it. This vendor...
Dear God. So what the fuck, man? Like this, like, okay, so they're making, it's not just giving away to give away, it's a giveaway contest. You still have to come up with the right answer.
Okay, that makes it a little more fair. Not only are you giving away, you're putting conditions in there. That makes more sense.
All right. So yeah, that can be. You can fudge with the morality on that and a little more with like, hey, how do we know for certain? Like, there's like millions of different variations of Pokemon cards to choose from. How are we gonna know what 2 cards you could possibly have picked to trade with this guy that he would accept for this particular card?
That makes a little more sense. There's also the fact that since this is a contest, there's no way to go to like a warehouse to buy Pokemon cards. The only way to obtain them is through the store.
Right, exactly. At least
that makes some sense.
Yeah, so they're going specifically towards they're specifically going to like high end type of cards, like to high end traders and collectors. They're not just going to like your local Walmart, clearing them out and leaving little Timmy and Sally who are getting their first starter decks and they don't have sleeves on their cards yet and leaving them high and dry. At least
talk about rolling up to a small shop to teach those 3-year-olds what a third-rate duelist looks like.
Oh my fucking Lord, Angel.
Can you imagine just like in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh, just a little small shop trying to just have a little contest for the neighborhood kids and a fucking helicopter pulls up at the driveway and the CEO of Sex shows up.
And he shows up with his private army.
With the Kaiba Corp. The Kaiba brand of soldier.
That's so cray.
Yeah,
Joey's on the side like Kaiba, this is why you have no friends. Now. Little Yugi's on the side going, dude, this is why you have no friends. I don't need friends. Besides, I have you.
True.
And this is when Yugi realizes, oh, Kaiba doesn't have friends. The closest thing he has is my favorite enemy.
Like, fuck. Now, we got a long ways away from how we were discussing Logan Paul, but only because, quite frankly, this shit should be enough to actually put that motion to stay to go into order. Because there's actually grounds to throw the entire lawsuit out based on that set of text messages alone. It's not a matter of any defamation or any of this other shit that Logan could be claiming on the paper of the lawsuit. When this shit itself shows he doesn't care about the money. He doesn't care about the defamation. He just cares about being a big dog, swinging his dick at people and slapping them in the face with it. Yes,
it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. And the message is, it's actually about the money.
It's like, it's basically to the point of, it's basically to the point of, I'm going to bankrupt you in your process of defending yourself against me, even though the charge that I put against you is complete and utter bullshit.
Yeah.
That's why anti-slap laws need to be made nationwide. We're at 35 states. That's not bad. That only 15 to go. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these other guys. Why don't they do it? I guess maybe, I don't know, the other states don't have enough of an interest with corporate entities to make a difference. I don't know. Zayana Dragonfang, I'd like your thoughts on all this shit so far. I know you're not the biggest fans of Logan Paul. I mean, who is? But what are your thoughts on all this?
I mean, all we ever heard was that stuff about him. Yeah. And honestly, yeah, no, you're right. He's literally waving his dick around with a bag of money attached to it, say, ha ha ha. I got more money. It doesn't matter what you say, but because it hurt my feelings, I'm going to try and ruin your life. It's just, it literally is a dick measuring contest to him.
Yeah.
He has to always be on top. It doesn't matter if he's one who's wrong. No, he's not wrong.
Yeah, I can do no wrong.
It's so stupid.
Very stupid.
How about you, Jose? Your thoughts?
And he's a trashy individual too. So there's that.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, Dragonfang. I couldn't hear that last part. Dragonfang said he was a trashy individual.
He's just a trashy individual, and nothing's gonna change that. Not even if you polish him. Once a turd, always a turd.
Yeah.
It's just now a golden turd.
It's shinier, but it still smells like shit.
Not valuable at all, even with that golden paint.
Anyways, so
no, it's not just an anyways. As no, she's right about that though.
She is right. She is right. Yep, no, she is right. At this point, yeah, we all already know that Logan Paul's a shitty individual, but now he's truly showing through his actions, through everything that he's saying right now, he doesn't give a fuck about defending himself. He's not going to defend himself. He's not going to try to do any of that. He is going out of his way to hurt Coffeezilla.
Less hurt, more intimidate. He wants to make him run away. He wants to win by doing nothing.
There's other methods of hurt, Angel.
Yeah.
So just please bear that in mind. He wants to hurt him, not physically, but he wants to hurt Coffeezilla. And this is not just petty, but it's just fucking scummy, like just fucking evil from Logan Paul.
Lord. Like, just to show you guys how far this had been going from the month before, and I hate using these kind of fucking websites, but since these guys are the preeminent news for fucking crypto shit, there's there's another website called decrypt.co.
Okay.
And they got a headline for all this shit. Headline on it reads: Logan Paul's Crypto Zoo lawsuit against YouTuber Coffeezilla moves forward. This was at the end of last month, at the end of March, when that shit kicked in. And Logan, basically, this was before the motion to stay was put forward. The one that we got over here from April 15th that Coffeezilla put in that we read on. So yeah, like, this shit goes to show you exactly how far Logan is really willing to go. He does not give a shit. At the pleading stage, plaintiff has sufficiently alleged that the statements at issue in this case are reasonably capable of defamatory meaning and are not unactionable opinions, the judge wrote in his recommendation. Like, the fucking judge looking at this shit right on the bat is just saying, like, yeah, sure, this works. Fucking unbelievable. The saga between Logan Paul and Coffeezilla, yep. More than a year later, Paul made good on the threat, formally filing suit, which alleged Coffeezilla, quote, maliciously and repeatedly published false statements accusing Paul of operating a scam in connection with a troubled blockchain project called CryptoZoo. It's not really it's not really a false statement if there are people who gave you money for a product that you said you would give and you don't deliver. What's that called, kids?
Fraud?
Another word for it is a scam. Because it is. Yay! We found the secret word of the day, kids. Yeah!
I swear to God, this whole electric coin thing sounds like an Ed and Ed and Eddie subplot.
You'd think that, wouldn't you? Like it's
like it sounds like it is crazy.
It sounds like the kind of crazy shit you would launch with this kind of stuff. That Ed and Eddie would be onto, but apparently, yeah, no, it's even worse than that. It's real life, and we have to deal with it.
Is this the real life?
Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, you know the rest.
No escape from the crypto shit.
Like even Think Media, who these guys, they basically do work when it comes to operating on operating YouTube channels and all that shit. The Think Media podcast, they put out a short at the beginning of the year where they were saying the same shit, how Coffeezilla is losing millions to Logan Paul. Basically, the longer that Logan's pushes this lawsuit with Coffeezilla, the more money he bleeds out, because apparently the insurance that Coffeezilla had gotten himself, because yes, as an investigative YouTuber, as an investigative journalist, Coffeezilla has himself set up with actual like legal insurance for slander and libel and all that shit and defamation. Even his actual insurance company, they're trying to fuck with him in that way too. Like, well, this doesn't really count, and they're giving him the finger on that end too. So Coffeezilla is actually hurting on here. That's the way Logan is thinking on this shit, like a petty little sad sack of shit who is using money to intimidate people.
Yeah, like he not only intimidate, but it's also a way to not only to ensure that future people don't try to get him for this. It's also another way to financially ruin the competition, because if his belief essentially, if he drags the case out long enough, it's going to become so expensive to keep it going that Coffeezilla will have to fold or he'll have to go broke. But the fact that Coffeezilla is still sticking to his guns and still going after these leads me to believe that he has close to or outright irrefutable proof that will basically close that shit down once it's done with the investigation. Well, because otherwise, I don't think he would stick going, you know?
Well, I would certainly say, in my freaking layman's opinion, that the fucking text messages is proof enough. Literally, motherfuckers saying, I'll make sure Zilla will pay for it one way or another. I'll make sure of it. That isn't fucking, like, showing malicious intent with this shit. That isn't showing how this motherfucker's purely in it for spite, for pettiness. Last I checked, pettiness isn't a legal defense when it comes to issuing lawsuits against people.
Exactly.
So, motherfucker, there's other ways to deal with your problems, like getting your dick sucked properly, which apparently Logan Paul, even though he's married to a hot babe, apparently doesn't get enough of. That's the only fucking explanation that I could fucking find. You'd think all that money...
with that attitude?
Right? No, you'd think that with
money can't buy manners, you know this.
No, you're right. I forget. It can't buy manners, because, like, even the wealthiest person in the world can be a total fucking slob. Take Asmongold, for example. He may be a wealthy dude, but the motherfucker lives lives like a pig.
Yeah. Well, supposedly he's still cleaning his house by now, which is an improvement from before, but still. He's the Lord of the Roaches for a reason. You know what he doesn't do, though? This shit.
Good point. He doesn't do this shit.
In fact, he was wise enough to figure out that the second that the crypto coin shit came out, his first reaction was, I'm not getting involved with that.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
Like, do you have an idea how the bar is in hell?
Like, good news, Asmongold. Like, I may he may tolerate being ableist, but he draws the line at issuing frivolous lawsuits. Wait a minute, you're okay with being ableist?
Yes.
No.
We gotta have standards. We're professionals here, and our hatred has to be personal. Damn it.
And apparently, his hatred says like, oh hey, like the lower 15% of people who are who have
send those fuckers to camps. And I'm like, Asmongold, they would send you to the mines too. You wouldn't last a week.
Ugh, especially the way
This man literally cannot drink water without chugging a soda 5 minutes later. He does not have the right to send anybody anywhere.
For real. God. Garbage people. Why?
Yes, because there's layers to garbage. And some garbage is recyclable. Some garbage is non-biodegradable. And Logan Paul is going very quickly in that direction.
Yeah. Yep.
Seriously. I'm
Real shame, though.
I know. See, all he could have done, he could have taken the money that he made from doing his little boxing career, and he would have been fucking fine living that way. He could have...
Forgiving in the boxing, if he just stuck to his wrestling business, he would have enough money. Like, this entire Bitcoin thing, NFT, whatever, this thing feels superfluous compared to the amount of money he makes for, like, one contract. One fight with the WWE probably gives him enough money to pay over that thing 3 times in a row.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, can you imagine the freaking WrestleMania payout that Logan Paul got this year?
Yeah, even if he didn't win the fight, he still didn't deserve to win it. But even if he didn't win, showing up alone probably gives him enough money to spend the rest of his life living his lifestyle free forever. Like, at this point, this is not about the money. This is about the knowledge that he can get away with bullshit, which is why it's important that Coffeezilla wins.
Or forget wrestling, forget combat sports altogether. If he just stuck to just selling his crappy Prime energy drink, even though it's crappy, but people are still buying it.
Yeah, let's be honest. By the time he entered wrestling, he already had more money than he knew what to do with.
So he's being an idiot in the wrestling ring purely for the love of it.
It's for the ego. The crowd screaming and cheering your name. That's a high that no amount of money can buy. There is an addiction to the spotlight. Clout is the world's most powerful drug. I've seen people destroy themselves over it. The crash outs are being generational.
Apparently, he's signed to a 3-year deal with WWE, and he gets $5 million a year. So he's getting paid $15 million.
Wow.
Okay, so he's in the middle of his
nice.
Okay, so he's in the middle of his 3-year deal right now.
Yes.
That he signed what, back in 2022, 2021?
Let me double check on that. I'm actually pulling it up. It was in Sportskeeda here. Give me a second.
Hey, you're fine. You're fine.
Like I said, our computer is piss poor, falling apart on itself. It's choking, lagging like a motherfucker. Let me see here.
Bet you I can move faster.
No, January 29th, by the Sportskeeda desk. What is Logan Paul's contract? And it literally shows it in here. Yeah, he made the deal in 2022.
That means that this year is his final year. Maybe. Oh man, I hope he doesn't.
Unless they renew it, and he's too much of a piece of shit to not be renewed. He draws in the crowds. It's like there's 2 types of heels: the heel that people don't want to see, and the one that people want to see lose. He landed squarely in the second aspect, I believe.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, but this isn't even like a hatred of his character, of him wanting to lose. Like, people just fucking hate him as a person, period. Like, nobody likes him.
Yeah, but that's exactly the problem. They hate him so much that they want him to see him get his ass kicked. I will see the wrestling match with Paul Logan for the sake of seeing him get his ass kicked.
Yeah, I will pay money to watch this guy get beat up. Yeah,
it's the endorphin release of knowing that even if I cannot do it, I can at least somebody say it's like watching a horror film. You know, you don't want to be in that situation, but it makes you feel like you're overcoming the fear because you're watching it from a safe distance.
Also, if you look in the actual article, which I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the chat for our folks at home, it shows it in there. No, he re-signed in 2023 for a 3-year deal, so he's in the middle of it.
Ah, fuck.
However, by this time next year will be the end of his deal. And you better believe that if he's getting, as it shows here, as per Sports Illustrated, Logan Paul's renewed contract with WWE is worth around $15 million for 3 years, drawing him an annual salary of around $5 million. Other details regarding his contract are not known to the public, like whether this figure is the total amount he would draw from the company. Nonetheless, this contract brings him closest to stars like Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and makes his contract more valuable than former champion AJ Styles, The Miz, Kevin Owens, and Finn Balor.
Bullshit.
Yeah, so it's fucking disgusting. But by this time next year,
so he's like one of God's
expired.
most horrible creatures. Too excessive to live, but too rare to die.
Yeah, don't you love it when WWE pays out a lot of buku bucks to horribly terrible people?
Yeah, because people will show up to see that person get their ass beat. It's business. It's
I don't think
sketchy, but
anybody.
it's still
I don't
business.
think anybody paid. I don't think anybody paid to want to see Travis Scott, Angel, and he's a shitty person too.
I would pay to see Travis Scott get his ass beat.
There is one guy that you should be glad that they're not bringing in on this shit.
Who's
That's
that?
another wrestler. His name is Alberto El Patron.
What? What's his deal?
Okay. He was formerly in the WWE under the name Alberto Del Rio, and he's currently, actually, up until recently, he was the world champion for Lucha Libre AAA. If you remember, while we were watching WrestleMania over the weekend, the WWE announced that they bought AAA. So that means that by that degree of separation, Alberto Del Rio is again an indirect employee of WWE, but not anymore. No, they went ahead and they fucking fired him, and the reason why is pretty straightforward. The guy is a woman beater.
Oh, like straight up domestic abuse charges.
Yes, straight up domestic abuse.
Oh Christ! I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no, seriously. Let me fucking let me fill you in. Actually, Jose, you fill him in. Just the two things that got Alberto in the most trouble. Just the big two. As in, yes, there's worse. As in, yes, there's smaller shit. But the two main things that have him blacklisted from ever being associated with WWE ever again, including AAA. So please, Jose.
Oh no, I'm back.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Did you hear any of what I asked you to do?
I apologize. I was over in I had to use the restroom real quick. I had to pee.
Oh,
okay, whatever.
Well, all right. He was pissing. But I think that's also one of the reasons, without going into what Alberto Del Rio did, that's also another reason why they can still keep Logan around. Because as I discussed with you guys previously, I think it was last week, the crimes that Logan Paul has committed are just, and I do mean just, low enough on the totem that the HR can safely ignore them. You know, it's like, now, mind you, if Logan Paul does something that is actually like provable, let's say that Coffeezilla wins this case, and this gets proven, the worst that happens is that Logan Paul gets sued for a shit ton of money. He has to pay up a shit ton of money, and then he goes right back to making money. Remember, this is all about the ego for him. It's not about the money. If Coffeezilla succeeds on this, Logan Paul will have to pay for the expenses to the trial, the amount of money that Coffeezilla had to spend to get this whole thing going, and the compensation to the many, many people he screwed over. Even with all that money spent, it will still not be enough for him to go broke. He'll just go right back to wrestling or YouTubing and make more money again. Now, if Logan Paul did something that was genuinely heinous, like physical abuse, sexual harassment, something that really puts his hands on the dirt to the point that it actively begins to affect the reputation of WWE, then they'll drop it like a hot potato. But as we have seen in real life, and in pretty much every other business, HR is willing to look the other way as long as what you are doing doesn't really affect the company's image too much. And for now, at this point, he's still on that tiny little gray zone, barely getting away with it because there is not enough people, and I hate to say it this way, there is generally not enough people that he affected that WWE considers it big enough to be a problem. Because if you throw him away over that, then you start throwing away a lot of other wrestlers over some minor petty shit, because that means the standard has to apply to everybody. So right now, basically, and as much as I hate saying this, the controversy is not big enough to warrant it.
The fuck you mean the controversy is not big enough? Like, there are folks who are trying to get him back for money that he swindled from them. So we're basically saying WWE says, I may tolerate committing fraud using cryptocurrency, but I draw the line at woman beating. Wait, you're okay
yes, that is literally what they're saying. Because if this case gets dropped, then that means that he committed no fraud. Remember, it all hinges on this. If the case gets dropped, then what we are talking about might as well not even happen.
Unfortunately, Angel's logic is sound in this one.
I wish it wasn't.
Fuck this.
No, it's
Flip the table.
gross. Yeah, exactly. Flip the fucking table. Yeah, no, I was trying to ask you, Jose, to fill in on the two bigger cases that Alberto El Patron had on himself, like that Alberto Del Rio.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so one of them it involved his really, really, really awful relationship with former WWE superstar. Her name is Paige. Her real name is Soraya, and it was just a very abusive relationship between the two. It was just really awful. It led to a bunch of like public outbursts, and Alberto Del Rio just showing his ass, not physically, but like showing his ass
by being toxic and fucking abusive with Soraya.
Yes. And there was another situation that happened later
in 2021.
Where he was in 2021. No, it was 2020, I think.
No, I pulled up
the 2021, where Alberto El Patron was arrested and he was charged with domestic abuse. And correct me if I'm wrong, Juancho, but didn't he also like threaten kidnapping?
He didn't.
Jesus Christ!
Kidnapping. He didn't threaten any kidnapping. He kidnapped.
Oh, okay. It's worse than I imagined.
Yeah. No, I've got the fucking cage side seats article here for you. From December 11th, 2021. Sexual assault and kidnapping case against Alberto El Patron closed due to missing witness. So that's the bullshit of it all. And yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like over here. He will avoid trial on charges, including aggravated assault, kidnapping, and sexual assault, stemming from allegations made in May 2020. So he was charged, but they never
convicted.
They never convicted him over it.
Wow.
Yeah. So he got away with it, but not enough for him to be able to avoid not being able to make a paycheck. And
you know that time where Ezra Miller, once well-known actor, went on a completely insane binging of threatening, kidnapping, and violence, and he just sort of got away with it?
Yeah, how he basically terrorized the state of Hawaii like a psychopath.
It's kind of horrifying when you realize that this is not the exception, this is the rule for people with that much money. And you're not even in a foreign country.
That's so fucking
unless the evidence is ironclad, motherfuckers can just walk nowadays.
What is this shit?
At the beginning of this conversation, we all agreed that vigilante justice was not the right thing to do. However, I'm saying that maybe Mr. Wick had a point when he crashed out that badly and killed half of New York.
Good news. It wasn't really half of New York. It was just half of every assassin who ever made any sort of reputation, who all descended on New York to try to claim a piece of his ass.
I see. So he killed half of New York's tourist population.
Yes.
Jesus, Angel, not every New York citizen or not every New York citizen is an assassin in disguise. Like,
are you sure about that, Jose? Do you know for certain?
Are you sure about that? Listen, I'm just saying, when I visited New York, that one fellow that offered me weed was a little too friendly.
Yeah.
I could tell there was devious intentions were there.
The next thing you're going to tell me is that dude who was running the little hot dog cart selling hot dogs on the street, it was hiding a gun.
No. He was selling kebabs and he was okay. The gentleman next to him with the Mastiff dog, though, that fucker was shady.
Jesus, bro.
Listen, all I'm saying is that John Wick starts in New York, and by the next movie, he's going to the land of Yu-Gi-Oh!, finding the fucking Gravekeeper archetype and killing it. There is a connection there.
Oh my fucking lord.
Oh my god.
He did it. He killed the Gravekeepers.
I know, but that doesn't mean you gotta say it. What the fuck?
Maybe they deserved it, okay? Maybe Marek Ishtar would have been a less shitheel of a brother. His hot-ass sister would be with Yugi right now.
I mean... But then again, no, his hot-ass sister's like late 20s, isn't she? And Yugi is still a teenager. Wouldn't that be a little,
creepy?
She's 20 years old.
Shut the fuck up. No, she isn't.
She's 20 years old.
Who's 20 years old again?
Ishizu.
Ishizu. Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that tracks.
And Yugi is 16. In Dark Side of Dimensions, he turned 18 and graduated.
Mm-hmm.
He's just very short. So no, turns out there's not that much of an age gap there.
Once short king, always a short king.
Yeah, based short kings.
Compared to you, Jose, we're all short kings.
That's not a fair comparison. This motherfucker is like built like an ant. Man gets up and I hear the creaking of the roots of the world when he starts telling me about the ancient forests.
Kyle
and Juancho, you're just a few inches away from me. You don't get to call yourself short.
Nah, he's a Balrog. He's wide.
Yeah, no, out of all of us,
Queens.
Sis is actually the shortest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, half an inch. I'm taller by half an inch. Half an inch makes all the difference.
I will shank everyone in their kneecaps. Like Stabby McStabby.
See, you can, but you really shouldn't. But I totally understand where you're coming from. And Kyle in the chat was saying, like, that's still legal age in Japan, so...
I know, but
Wait.
very Stevie.
I know, Ichizu is Egyptian. What's the legal age in Egypt?
Are you
I can't believe we're doing this.
The legal age in Egypt is 18 years old, so we are clear. The
Okay,
drinking
then.
age in Egypt is
No.
21 years old.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
This has been an educational episode telling you that, yes, Yugi and Ichizu Easter should have gotten together. Because I just thought about it right now. That's my crack ship. I'm holding on to that.
Oh my god, that's Angel's head cannon.
All right, you know,
let's
not the-
wrap
it's
it
not
up. I don't
the-
think there's much else to say
it's
about
not the
Logan.
weirdest ship in Yu-Gi-Oh! Fandoms. I mean, we have people who ship Merrick and, what's his face? Bakura. We've got fucking people shipping Joey with Tristan.
Watch out, they got people shipping Bakura with just about everybody.
I mean, yeah, fair.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying, the way he convinced Barrick to stab him in the arm was very romantic.
so
Yeah, you forgot that, didn't you? He literally told him, I need to look weak. Use the rod and just shank my arm.
good point.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, no, your crack ship isn't nearly that cracky, so it's as fucked as it might come off. It's not nearly as cracky. Like,
I got standards, damn it. At least my ships are not abusive.
okay, you're probably wondering at this point, what the fuck does any of this have to do with Logan Paul?
Yes.
The answer is not much, but only because I don't want to give him the time of day. I hate the fact that we have to come back to this asshole. I hate the fact that anytime he gets any sort of show of prominence in one of my favorite pastimes that me and my brothers share, watching professional wrestling, watching WWE, that I have to give brain bandwidth to this sack of shit.
I hate that he's good at what he does.
I hate that too.
I hate that he's good at what he does, and I hate that he's good at getting away with it.
And
In a
look,
better world, that would not be the case.
it's not that we hate the villain character of him being a smarmy asshole. It's because that's not a character with him.
There is no character. That's just him.
That's just fucking him. It's just a fucking annoying, entitled little brat. And you want to know how I can tell you without beyond a shadow of a doubt that he really is a brat over all this shit? Has any wrestler, has LA Knight or AJ Styles or Jey Uso, now that he's feuding with him, or even Roman Reigns when he was trying to feud with him for the championships, have any of them mentioned this fucking lawsuit in the television programming for WWE?
They might not even know about it.
How can you not know about this stuff? Anyone who
No. Hang on a minute. WWE is very likely aware of what's his face, of Logan Paul's legal troubles, but I don't think WWE cares.
No, like if they care enough, they would. Like, here's the thing: they care enough where I bet you, I will make a very handsome wager. I will pay $100 to whoever can produce a copy or some sort of concrete proof that shows that Logan Paul has a clause in his contract where any creative writing or any creative control that involves him has to be cleared by him first. Meaning that
or not mention anything about his activities outside of like his wrestling career.
Exactly. where
one of those censorship clauses.
So if anyone has a way of proving that, or if they're able to find a copy of like his contract, or bring it to him bring it out in any way, shape, or form, I will pay out of my own personal pocket $100. I know it might not sound like a lot, but that's because I'm a broke ass YouTuber. I'm not a fucking millionaire. I'm not trying to do a bounty of like $1 million to whoever can do this shit. Because quite honestly, Logan Paul isn't even worth the 100. But I know.
And unlike Logan Paul, Juan, you're not a fucking terrible person.
Yeah, you would actually pay back your dues.
I mean, I try to fucking pay back. There's one YouTuber. If I can get in touch with him, he spotted me $100 many years ago, and I feel like I should now that I'm in a better position financially, that I should spot it back to him, and I would reach out to him if he would and let him know, hey, I'd like to pay you back because you helped me out this one time. So, hey,
congratulations, you have more integrity than Logan Paul. Once again, the bar is in hell.
It's 6 feet under.
What the hell? Kyle was saying over here, I ship Dark Magician Girl and Pot of Greed.
I mean...
Dark Magician Girl.
I remember that Dojin, you son of a gun. You can't escape that by me. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Oh my fucking lord. There's a doujinshi of it? There's a fucking fan-made fucking...
Did you forget that Pot of Greed has a humanoid form?
No, I haven't forgotten. As a matter of fact, that's a particular memory that I have ingrained in my head and locked up. So it can't escape. There you go. But I can't fucking get rid of it. So I kind of fucking bury it in my brain. So no, I didn't.
I'll send you the link later when I find it.
I have the Pot of Greed body fucking fact equipped with the Sword of Deep-Seated. So it's deep-seated in my fucking brain. Yes, I know, it's gross.
I'm gonna draw 2 cards from your head. Oh, look at these childhood memories. Man, that was embarrassing.
Don't you fucking dare.
I mean, I can't believe this. You said that, really? You know what? I can't even judge. I probably said worse. I'm gonna post this online anyway.
Probably, he says. Good lord. Like, it just goes to show, like, there are varying degrees of bullshittery and assholery going around in our fucking world, in our fucking society. And I hate trying to make this shit about, like, oh, it's a breakdown of society and shit. Like, that's not even it. It's like, why the fuck are we giving assholes like Logan Paul, assholes like this fucking person, this much fucking reward for being an asshole? It
feels almost astroturfed.
Sorry, what was that?
It feels almost astroturfed. Almost like he's it feels artificially propped up.
He's artificially propping something up, I'll tell you that.
I swear to God, this man, if it wasn't for the fact that I already knew he had a big YouTube following back in the day, I swear to God, that would feel like an industry plant. But even then, how many of his YouTube fans even give a crap about wrestling?
Enough of them.
I guess.
Because
enough of them.
Sorry, go ahead.
Enough of them do care, but also please understand, Juancho, that in the hierarchy of TV and entertainment, pro wrestling is, like, at best, it's considered mid to a lot of the viewers around the world. At worst, it's looked down upon as the redheaded stepchild of entertainment.
Ironic, considering how much money it makes and how much is coming back. I don't know you, but selling out a 60,000 plus stadium of people is no small feat. Should we have connected?
Oh man. Okay. As long I thought for a second Juan was going to throw up on all this.
Please don't. It is, however, getting a little close to midnight, so it's about time for me to start turning in.
I was just trying to replug my microphone and rewire my cable over here.
Sorry, I thought you just got so pissed off you left.
What the fuck do you mean that I left? No. I'm still on camera. You couldn't see me?
I know. No, I'm looking at a different page, and I was trying to do research on the case, see if I could find some more information. But there doesn't seem to be anything else that we've always spoken about so far. If there's, and I've also got access to the court document system.
for us to be able to use for the Ravens flock. I can always look up that case number, and since it's got the district information in the case number, I can always follow it to see if there's been any more documentation that's been pulled up. It's relatively...
Of course, we will keep our beloved viewers and listeners updated on this matter. This is a progressing case, if we speak.
You're absolutely
Agreed.
right, Angel. Sorry, Jose, go on.
I said agreed.
All right, cool. Okay. Yeah. No. So yeah, I guess I'll be putting that to good use. Good news is, while I was using that information, while I was using that resource to also cover the court documentation on the Onision case. By the way, hi Greg. Fuck you. I know where you live. There's like it's also relatively inexpensive, so I can look into this shit later on and keep an eye on the case without a problem.
Good.
All right, so I guess we could go ahead and go around with final thoughts over here. Dragon Fang, Zayana Rose, final thoughts on the particulars on this case, the pettiness of Logan Paul, the obvious flagrant disregard for any form of fucking human decency that he's got. Anything else that you might want to add to it for tonight?
Nothing, but he's just a fucking asshole.
I hope his thing fails so we all can point and laugh.
It's karma to come and bite him in the ass where money can't save him.
Wait, are we sure that, someone biting him in the ass will actually excite him?
Giggity. No, I wish.
Oh, no, that's a
That's
staff.
a rabbit. Listen, that's a rabbit hole I don't think any of us are ready for.
We're not ready for that level of evil yet.
Maybe that's the kind of rabbit hole that Logan Paul is fine with exploring, Jose.
Juan,
Okay,
shut
but I'm
up.
not.
No, but that's what he enjoys. He enjoys plumbing.
Yes, but also this is the internet, you idiot. Every word you spill out, more people are going to write these crazy ass ships.
It's the
Logan
plumber,
Paul.
brah. I'm here to clean those
So-
pipes, brah.
See, I just hope that, he begins to learn the consequences of his actions.
I really hope so too. Because he's done these fake bullshit. Oh, I'm trying to be a better person. Fucking videos before.
I'm
People
sorry.
fucking buy it all the fucking time.
We're sorry.
Oh, like, oh no, I'm a father now. Oh no, my wife, I'm settled down. I'm a grown ass man and stuff. And maybe things like I got these crazy ideas now. Like, for example, women should have rights and shit. Like,
That is very revolutionary.
especially
God,
coming
he's stupid.
from that idiot.
Next thing you know, he's going to tell me they're going to have voting rights. This man is crazy.
Oh my God, say it ain't so. Who could have who could think of such a thing? All right, Angel, how about you? Final thoughts and what can we expect on this week's edition of Los Amigos Play?
Honestly, not much to say except that what has already been said. Ultimately, he will not learn his lesson until he experiences real consequences. And then again, looking at the gaming industry right now, that might not be a guarantee. This is just the same thing that happens to rich people that get this route. Like they make a dumb mistake. They try to bury it on their money. It doesn't work. They try to bury that on their money. And it just keeps rinsing and repeating. And how do I put this? Like, don't take me the wrong way. I'm not that kind of like cynical douchebag that goes, boy, I hope this person gets caught by a terrible crime, because that means that they were victims. And I would rather live in a world with less victims than a world with less bad people. But I feel like Logan Paul is not going to learn his lesson until he eventually does something so heinous that the things that guarantee his money cannot ignore it. So at this point, I'll wait and see. And I hope, with fervent hope, that Coffeezilla gets the best of this son of a bitch and actually brings him down a peg or two. It might not be much. It might just be a dent to his ego, but it will be a victory enough for me. If only to make sure that this crypto nonsense dies as fast as possible. That's all I gotta say.
I'm crossing all my digits right now. Hallelujah. Praise it. Fucking testify for real. Say it louder for the folks in the back. Fuck yeah. Coffeezilla's the man. He's been fucking trying to expose motherfuckers on scams and fucking frauds, even including the fucking collapse of FTX and the pubic frohead guy behind that crypto exchange market, fucking Sam Bankman-Fried. He exposed that motherfucker and ran him to the ground. So yeah, he fucking deserves it. I appreciate it. All right, Angel, what do we got next week on Los Amigos Play? Rather, this Saturday.
Next week, or rather this Saturday,
My bad.
on Los Amigos Play, we will continue the final leg of the journey of the legendary soldier Solid Snake.
Don't you mean
We
old
are-
Snake?
Old Snake. Oh, we're old, all right. We are old, we are tired, and we are working with children, literally. And Mr. Juan Arauz here will be holding the controller for another episode of Los Amigos Play at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we continue the increasingly drama-filled cutscenes and plot of Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Hospice. Where's my benzopril? Oracon! Oracon, where's my hydrocodone?
Oh, and,
Oracon, my hips are killing me.
And Zayana Dragonfang, Jose did y'all the privilege of swapping out Old Snake on the thumbnail this week for Hotakon.
Yes, thank you. We need our husband. We need our wonderful
Hey,
husband.
no problem. No problem.
Oh, Hotakon, I love you.
Now he's hotter because now he wears a white trench coat and black gloves.
Oh my god.
I mean, to be
Oh,
fair,
no,
that's
he
a pretty
got
good
hotter.
fit. I'm not gonna lie, yes,
Oh,
bro.
and
We
he's
see
got
the
a black
fit.
turtleneck.
Good fucking.
Okay, bro, we see the fit. Stop aura farming.
But you see, aura farming, Snake, that's actually a brand new form of social currency. Can you imagine? That we live in a time where people farm the approval and adulation of the public, and they do so by making themselves appear to be
Oh
more
my God, shut up.
intimidating and more badass than they really are. It's an incredible phenomenon, Snake.
Sounds like a fancy way of saying vanity has become the world's new currency.
You can phrase
Still
it
better
however
than
you
war, I
want.
suppose.
You can
Oh
phrase,
my
You can phrase it
God.
however you want, Snake. But one thing's for certain: this drip does not lie.
Cut to riding on the background with no arms, still wearing the trench coat. Holy shit, this goes hard.
I don't want to know about Logan's holes, says Kyle, and limps.
Too bad.
Nobody wants to know.
You know what? I guarantee you that's going to be the one thing that's going to wake somebody up. They'll be like, guys, Logan's holes are on the internet now.
Oh yeah, no,
That's going to be the
fucking
one that
Logan
just
Paul
destroys
goatsy.
it. The
Is that what
holes
you
are on the
want?
internet.
Is that what you want? You want
Fuck.
a Logan Paul goatsy?
No.
Don't put that evil. Don't put that evil on us, Angel. Come on.
Don't you
man.
put that evil on me, Mr. Arouse.
All right. Let's keep closing off,
Yes,
please.
Jose. Jose, why don't you go ahead and give us your final thoughts and let us know what we can expect on on tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind.
All right. So, final thoughts on this matter. Unfortunately, I'll have to side with Angel on this one. Unless something big and catastrophic happens to Logan Paul in real life, the consequences to his actions, then he is definitely not going to learn his lesson. He's definitely not going to have his wake-up call. And we all know that he's a piece of shit. We've been known this for years, but the recent news that we've just covered tonight tells us that, it's now more apparent than before that he doesn't care about clearing his name. He doesn't care about defending himself. He just wants to bury anybody who tries to expose it. He's got plenty of capital, and he's got plenty of capital to do so. And it fucking sucks. And it's gonna be a while before anything does happen to Logan Paul, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens. But that being said, that doesn't mean that those who are trying to fight against Logan Paul, it's like people like Coffeezilla, like that shouldn't discourage them. They should continue fighting, for goodness sake, because if they don't, who will?
Well said.
Now, for tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube at Kick, join me and my tag partner, Mr. Juan Arauz, I'm not touching you, as we review three of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. On tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind, along with our weekly reviews, we'll also be discussing the main event of this year's annual pay-per-view event of TNA Rebellion, which happened on Sunday, April 27th, over in Los Angeles, California, where the TNA World Champion, the prestigious one, Joe Hendry, defended his championship in a triple threat match against Frankie Kazarian and from NXT, All Ego, Ethan Page. We'll have more on that tomorrow night.
All right, appreciate it, Jose. Thank you, guys. I'm going to go ahead and close it off over here. And, I am seriously beyond tired of Logan Paul. I am completely exhausted with his brand of stupidity, with his form of, fucking mid-2000s Vine-ass fucking quote-unquote shock comedy. Guys, I was all down with that shit in the past, but even I had to fucking grow up. And I wanted us to, a long time ago, we would have wanted the Ravens flock to participate in that kind of shit, to have more fucking douchey moments while we're at conventions or something, just so that we can get a rise of people, and so we could have fucking trolling people around, and just more good-natured than what the shit that the Paul brothers threw out over the years, but just trying to fucking glom ourselves to that form of hype train, to that form of social capital, if you would.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, exactly. No, just being a bullshitter for the sake of it, but I can't do that. I don't think any of us can really do that anymore, and only because we're fucking adults. It's always fun to enjoy yourself, to be one thing that my cool older sister instilled in me. It's an axiom that I live by. Grow as old as you must, but stay young at heart. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with sometimes being a little silly. There's nothing wrong with being more optimistic about the people in our lives, or about the world around us, and still allowing yourself to feel that sort of childlike wonder and joy that you would get as if you're a kid. But that doesn't mean that we throw away any form of self-reflection or responsibility. That part of adulthood, you use that shit to augment your enjoyment and shit. That way, you actually have a sense of fucking responsibility. That way, you have a sense of okay, you're not, there's certain fucking social boundaries you don't fucking cross. You don't fucking commit property damage. You don't fucking film inside a fucking notorious fucking place where people decide to punch their own ticket, and you film a dead body on it for the shock and for the clout. No, I don't give a fuck. You're a grown-ass fucking man. Drop that shit. It's time to fucking hang up the ridiculousness and fucking grow up. And that time for Logan Paul has long since been gone. Usually, folks who grow up in the limelight, or younger performers or younger type of entertainers, usually the limelight ends up maturing them more than anything else. They actually end up using their experience and end up growing up a lot faster, a lot harder, if you would, a little bit more cynically, in order to deal with the financial and social and economical responsibilities of being an entertainer, or of being a performer, and being in the public eye at a young age. That fucking phenomenon skipped over Logan Paul's head. He just fucking dodged around him like a prism refracting light, just bending it around his sorry ass.
The album cover.
No, we're not going to bring Pink Floyd into this, man. That album cover is one of the coolest albums of all time.
But Pink Floyd speaks of difficult subjects, and this is a difficult subject indeed, which is fuck this guy.
Seriously.
Well, I was wrong. It's not a difficult subject at all. I just dislike him immensely.
No, it's not a difficult subject at all. It's just why do we keep giving these motherfuckers money? Why do we keep giving these motherfuckers clout and status? Why? Do we not fucking understand? Even if you're the most immature shit on planet Earth, even if you're an actual child still watching his stuff and still trying to say oh, he's so cool and shit, and you want to buy his fucking merch, and you want to buy his stupid Prime hydration and energy shit, and get yourself loaded up on more caffeine than you know what to do with, Is there no fucking sense of accountability on our end then? Are we just consuming for the sake of consumption now? Are we just idolizing?
Yes, we are. That is what most media has become. Consumption for the sake of consumption.
Idolatry for idolatry's sake. Idolizing truthfully unworthy motherfuckers.
You know how there was a stance, there was a time period where people worship celebrities from Hollywood?
They still do, to a degree.
What if I told you things never changed? But if you close your eyes...
No, I'm sorry.
Does it always feel like high school never ends?
Oh my god, Angel. That Pompeii song, I don't know if it can save us this time.
It's a damn good song. It played non-stop for a while on the radio, and then it just sort of stopped.
I know. Like, it is a cool song, but I don't think they can save us this time.
Well, shit, how am I going to be an optimist about this then?
How are you going to be an optimist about this? Look, we were all caught up and lost in all our vices. In your pose, as the dust settles all around us, and the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Gray clouds roll over the hills, bringing darkness from above.
That is the darkness, the Logan Paul brand darkness. It's a cloud infused with prime. The rain is actual acid.
Who would have thought such an amplified, entitled motherfucker would bring this much darkness? Go fucking figure.
Domain expansion. Give me your money.
Fucking dork. And you're right, Angel. We are going to keep an eye on this. Much to my dismay. There's other motherfuckers that I'm over here keeping an eye on, much to my dismay. But you better believe there's going to be new developments in this story or other stories that skew on the darker side of nerd and geek culture. You better believe that we'll be covering it right here on this show, the uncensored and uncompromising interview review podcast of the Ravens Flock, The Black Files, hosted by yours truly, Juan Arouse. Be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, live simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell, stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring the title notification right here on our flagship YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. For Jose Casabon, Angel Mendes, Rose Cosplay, and Dragon Fang Cosplay, I am Juan Arouse. This has been the Black Files.